Okay, let's see the dilution calculator. So the first thing we need to do is figure out how many founders we're talking about. Let's just say for our purposes, we've got 3. You can see here the hack forward round, which would be the accelerators round, and the distribution between the different founders. So you've got founder 1, 2, and 3 with, at this point, 33, and 34%. After the founding round, when hack forward gets 27%, reserved shares for advisors 3%. So basically, you've got right now a new pie where everyone has about a quarter of the company. If we press here and get a funding round, we can go by their example of 1 million in funding with a valuation pre-money of 2 million, which means that the post-money would be $3 million. And if we go with their example, we can see how this works out. So founder 1 goes down from 23% to 15%. And you can see the rest of it. The reserved shares, for example, have gone down now from 3% to 2%. But we can change this as well. We can say that the founding amount could, let's say, be, the investment amount could be 4 million. And the pre-money valuation would, let's say, be 8 million. So this is an investment where the investor is taking 50% of the company. The implied value of the startup, let's see, is $12 million, which means that you've got the investment amount and the pre-money valuation. Together that makes $12 million. And you see how that works out here too. So percentage-wise, the percentage stays the same. What changes here is the valuation of that amount. So even though founder 1 now only has 15% of his company as opposed to 34% in the start and 23% after the first investment of the accelerator, what you have here now is a much higher value of that percentage. So from 168,000 euros to 1,900,000 euros. So probably about almost a tenfold increase. So we can have one more funding amount just to kind of see what's going on. Here they jumped it up to 5 million for a $10 million pre-money, but let's go a little bit further even and say 8 million this time around for a 24 million pre-money valuation, which means that someone is basically getting a third of the company here. So the value of the startup post-money is $32 million, and you can see what happens here. So the reserved shares, which had started out at 3%, are now 1.5%, and you can see that the founders have also been diluted. Again, this is control dilution, but the value of that amount of shares is much, much higher. It's gone up to 3,800,000 instead of 1,900,000. And what you've got here is for much less shareholding, much, much more value. So although there's control dilution, there's no real economic dilution here. Of course, this would be very, very different in a down round.